In this lesson, we'll begin the class by getting our file set up. While our working file is 90% ready to go, we do have some easy setup to handle before we start. First, you'll need to make sure that you have all the files downloaded. You can find them in the project resources for this class. If you're following along on YouTube, you can download them completely free on my Gumroad shop, found in the description below. After you have all the files downloaded, don't forget to unzip all 4 folders, including the folder with the Blender files in it. Blender won't be able to see the texture images if you don't unzip everything first. After everything is unzipped, I'd highly recommend that you create a new folder called Textures, then transfer the contents of all 3 texture zip folders into this single folder. This will make our next step much easier, and it'll help keep the files tidy. You can easily do this by making a new empty folder called Textures, then going into each of the 3 folders and highlighting all the files inside of it. Now hit Ctrl X to cut the files or Ctrl C to copy the files. Go back to the empty textures folder and hit Ctrl V to paste those images. Do this process with all 3 textures folder until they're all in one singular folder called textures. Now let's go back to the Blender folder, go here to Blender Files and Cheat Sheet, and then we're going to open start_felted fox bust_01. As a quick reminder, this file was created in Blender version 4.5.3 LTS. I highly recommend that you use this version or newer when following along in class to make sure everything works as intended. Now that we have our start file open, we'll want to switch this left viewport to the rendered view. We can do that by going up here to this button at the top right of the left viewport. We're going to click the far right button so that we can see the textures and the lighting in the scene. After swapping to this rendered view, you might notice that a lot of the textures are missing, and they might even be showing as a bright pink. This is because Blender doesn't know where to look for the correct images to display. Because I created this file on this computer, Blender knows where to look for these images, but your computer might not know that. Luckily for us, this is a really easy fix. So first we'll go over here to File, and then we'll go down here to External Data. And then lastly, we'll go to Find Missing Files. Now navigate to wherever you saved this textures folder that we transferred all the texture images into one place. Once you find this new textures folder, simply select it here from the list, and then choose Find Missing Files. This will tell Blender where to look for all these texture images and automatically relink them for us. Now your rendered preview here on the left side should look just like mine, displaying all of the correct textures. The last thing we need to do is save our file so that it's ready for the next lesson. We can do that up here by going to File and then choosing Save. This will make sure that all the textures remain connected when we reopen the file. And that's it. We're ready to move on with the class. In the next lesson, we'll add the first layer of short fuzz to our fox model. I'll see you there.